Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I've got all my ACOMAF theories on a piece of paper. So I'm just gonna go in the order of the ones that I saw, and then I'm gonna tie it back to the pages that I found them on, so I kind of can back up my theories a little bit more. Some of these are theories that I just thought randomly off the top of my head. Some of these I didn't get from rereading ACOMAF, but I'm just gonna go ahead and jump right into it. Okay, so first one, Ianthe, or I don't even know how to pronounce her name. I think it's Ianthe. Anyways, so this high priestess that we get in ACOMAF at the beginning, we know from right off the beginning that we don't like her. And then when we go and we get this talk with Reese about how she tried to sleep with him and use him as this plot, we know that she's bad. We know that she gave up Feyre's sisters and betrayed Tamlin after he betrayed Feyre. It's just this whole, the whole chain of events where she basically gave up Feyre's sisters to the King of Hybern. I think Ianthe is going to have a bigger role in the end in ACO War, because we already know that the King of Hybern is going to be using Tamlin's land to start this war and have a way to get in to this, but also get to the wall to knock the wall down. Ianthe, I think, is going to be trying to get her army together for Hybern. Tamlin, I don't think it's really going to have anything to do with it, I don't think. But we still don't really know Tamlin's side, but I think Ianthe, sticking to that, I think Ianthe is going to have a bigger role to play than she did in the second one. And I think we're all going to hate her a lot more. Okay, so not really a theory, but I think we're all just knowing it's going to happen, but we don't want it to happen, but somebody from the inner circle is going to die. And with that being said, I think my guess is going to be Amren, or it's either going to be Mor. And I don't want it to be anyone. I don't want it to be anyone, but I think it's going to be Amren, just because, they talk about how she's something not of this world. So a couple things could happen. One, she's released and it's like a one-time deal. She's released and then she dies after she uses all of her powers, or she becomes mortal. That could happen. Or she could go back to the world where she came from, which she's not dead, but she's not here. You know what I mean? Which is also just as sad. But I think something is going to happen to Amren. And I think that we will see the full potential of her power before that happens. I think Amren could be maybe awoken by the book halves coming together, possibly, maybe. I don't know, because at the end of the book, or I think when Feyre does put the two halves together, which she wasn't supposed to, but she did it anyways, the book tore into pieces or something. I don't know, but I think that maybe by these two pieces coming together, Amren could be awoken somehow, because on page 575, Amren even tells Feyre, don't put the two books together, because if you put the two books together, something bad is going to happen. Ancient creatures are going to be awoken that shouldn't be. So, maybe Amren, but then again, she's not of this world, so maybe not. But maybe. So, the big thing that Sarah said that we're going to see in A Court of Wings and Ruin is a lot of the other high fates of all these other different courts. We got a glimpse at the Summer Court High Lord, and that was Tarquin or whatever. But they kind of, he's mad at them now, at Reese and the whole inner circle, because they stole the book of breathings from him, his half. So again, that could go two ways. I think that there's still room for them to have this alliance with this impending war with Hybern, but it also could go the opposite way, and he could feel this unrelenting anger towards them and not side with them, so side with Hybern instead. But at the same time, they have this underlining theme that Rhysand has and Feyre has, everybody should be equal, high fae, lesser fae, but still having you know what I mean, everybody being equal. Okay, so the impending question that we're all been asking, what's gonna happen to Feyre? I don't think Feyre is gonna die. I think like that Feyre and Rhys are not gonna die. I don't know that for sure. But like, I'm being hopeful, but I don't think Feyre and Rhys are gonna die. But I do think that Feyre may become mortal again, or one of her sisters will become mortal again, or hopefully not become mortal again. But you know, when they get that half of the book from Tarquin and the Summer Court, it was like the bad side was like saying made and unmade. Like, guys, I think Feyre is gonna become mortal again. Because it makes sense, whereas we don't want it to make sense, but it makes sense that she would become mortal again because it tells her, like, made and unmade. I just really hope not. I don't want Feyre to get old and Rhys not. I'm like, no, they can't. They can't do it. They can't do it. So, one of the main issues that affected this whole ordeal with Jurian is this whole Miriam situation. This whole Miriam situation. I think that they were like, oh, maybe it's time that, you know, Miriam fights, and Rhys was like, no, like, we're gonna leave them alone. We're gonna leave them on that island. They've suffered enough. Like, they don't need to suffer anymore. And I'm just like, well, if war is gonna happen, like, you're gonna need assets. And I think that as much as Rhys doesn't want it to happen, it's gonna happen. So yeah, Miriam and their whole aerial army, it's gonna come into place. Like, it's gonna come. Like, it's maybe not as cool as it did in Empire of Storms, but it's gonna happen. Like, it's gonna happen. I think it's gonna happen. I think it's gonna happen. Like I said, these are theories. I don't know. So I have two more theories. One of them being, I believe Cassian and Nesta are definitely mates. Because when Nesta came out of the cauldron and went to Elaine, Cassian kept calling her name. But like, he was so hurt because of his wings, like he couldn't do anything about it. But like, he kept calling Nesta, and she wouldn't listen. They have to be, like, once he, like, fixes his wings, Lord, dear God, fix his wings. Please don't let his wings be broken. Please. I just can't deal with that. But then again, it's Sarah. Like, she'll do anything for our hearts. But, like, I don't think she would do that to Cassian. But honestly, this is gonna sound so bad, but if it was either him dying or him losing his wings, I'd rather him lose his wings than die. I can't handle him. Even though he would want to die instead of having wings. Like, I just can't do it. My last big thing is I think Nesta is going to be very powerful. Because in the end of at the end of the book, on page 607, this is in Feyre's head, and it says, even before she took her first breath, I felt it. Felt what? What did she feel? She said, as if the cauldron in making her had been forced to give more than it wanted, as if Nesta had fought even after she went under, and had decided that if she was to be dragged into hell, she was taking that cauldron with her. So what kind of power did the cauldron give Nesta? Like, how powerful is she? Like, what are we gonna get? Like, there's so many questions that I have. So many damn questions that I want to know the answer to. If you guys enjoyed all of my ACOWAR theories, and if you liked some of them, or if you agreed with some of them, if you disagreed with some of them, or if you have your own, let me know in the comments, because I want to hear everybody's theories. And of course, you know, some of the first editions of ACOWAR are already out, so don't watch for spoilers, guys. They're apparently all over Tumblr. They're all over Twitter. Like, just hide. Everybody hide. Like, avoid it at all costs. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I'm overwhelmed with emotions right now. And I think everybody is, because, you know, when you finished ACOMAF last year, you just wanted the next one. And as it gets closer and closer, and as the, like, days are just ticking by until ACOWAR comes out, you just feel this overwhelming anxiety knowing that, like, it's ending, and it's so sad. I'll see you guys all in my next video. Bye.